I also hear the car honking. Somebody's excited about these intraoral vitamin sprays. Say your name and where you're from. If you're a visitor, you are more than welcome, and we're so glad to have you on the call. This is Nikisha, Berkeley, California, and we just want everybody to come on in and feel so welcome, and we'll get this call started in just a couple minutes here.
Hi, Nikisha. This is Teresa Dickerson from Indianapolis, Indiana.
Well, hello, Teresa Dickerson. Welcome to the call. This is Akisha.
Thank you. Hi, how are you tonight?
I am doing fine. I'm overexcited as usual about what we're doing here.
So am I.
Great. That's wonderful. Say your name and where you're from. So we have a great call up ahead, and I can't wait to get started, but I'm going to wait for just one more minute, and then we're going to get this Show Me the Money call a rockin', as they say. So state your name and where you're from, and we'll take it away from there.
The conference is now in presentation mode. Your line is muted.
Welcome, everybody, to the call. This is the Show Me the Money call. We are definitely in the right place at the right time. I'm Nikisha, and I'm just going to introduce this wonderful, wonderful host that we have here on our team, and we're so excited about her, and we're excited about the company, but she's one of the great leaders in the company, in this young company. Her name is Nikisha Bond, and she is a coach, and she is fabulous. She's great at what she does, and I'm so excited to be on the call with her. I'm excited that we get to hear some of her experience, and she's also going to share a little something that's very exciting and has got us all jumping up and down in the company and wanting to get everybody on board. So without further ado, I'm going to turn it over to her. Miss Nikisha Bond, are you out there?
I'm here, Keisha. Can you hear me okay?
I can hear you. Take it away.
Great. Well, everybody's going to be confused tonight. We got Keishas all over the place tonight. But, you did a great job. Thank you so much for welcoming everybody, and welcome everyone to this call. Mr. T is actually in California right now, visiting the corporate office, no doubt getting ready for the amazing event that we're going to have on September 27th. So if you haven't gotten your tickets, make sure that you get back to the person who got you on this call, because you're going to want to be at the amazing Gaylord Hotel. That's going to be, and we're going to have the great training event that's going to be happening on the 27th. So make sure you get your ticket. It's going to be a phenomenal event. But you know what we're here for is to talk about an opportunity of a lifetime, you guys. So rarely you have a perfect blend of everything coming together, where you have a product that is literally changing people's lives, and you get to be with a brand new division of an established 11-year-old global company. And, they started in 2002 with a technology program, and they have a proven track record of paying their commission checks every single Wednesday. And I'm not going to get too much into money, because you know how crazy I can get when I start talking about this company. It is absolutely phenomenal. And right now you have the security of an established company, and you have a product that is doing great things. But it's better not to just hear me say that these are great products, but I'm going to bring on the expert really quick, who's going to tell you a little bit about these products. She's also going to introduce some amazing testimonials, which really is the document, all that you really need. You can hear us talk about the products all day long, but when you start to hear some of these testimonies, they're going to blow your mind. But first, let's blow your mind with Miss Melissa Honeybee. Miss Melissa Honeybee, have you made it to the line?
Absolutely, Nikisha. How are you doing tonight?
I'm doing great. Melissa, I get so excited when you come on, because you always tell us some amazing things about these sprays and how vital they are to the body. So please just share with us your wisdom and your knowledge on these sprays, and then go ahead and introduce some testimonials, if you will.
Absolutely. Well, let me go over the product review, and let's talk about our 10 natural revolutionary products, the greatest way to get nutrition into your system. We're changing, obviously, the way the world takes vitamins through our oral sprays. Their effectiveness is 98% into the bloodstream. That means you're getting instant health benefits without binders or fillers. And that's fantastic, and that's the key, because if you take any type of digestive medication or pills, guess what? You're only getting 10%. Let me go for our first product is our B Boost. Contains B3, B6, B12. It will give you a natural kickstart to your health, and it will keep you energized through the whole day. 8 sprays a day is all it's going to take to maintain your nervous system, your brain, your heart, your liver, your kidney. In fact, the bees and our bee boost are so essential to the health. It's going to help with your performance and well-being throughout the day. Our D-Power is our next spray. It's our liquid sunshine, vitamin D3. We all know that our D helps absorb the calcium in our body, but guess what? It's a huge part of our immune system. The receptors for the D vitamin and the enzymes are found out through every cell and every tissue in our body. So that means you need to be on a D supplement, and we've got the best out there. D regulates from the genes to inflammation, and also it is promising for every medical condition out there of all ages. So it's safe for a baby at day 1 all the way up to our geriatric patients. The next product we have is our Super 10. It's 8 sprays is all you need to get a powerful blend of 10 superfoods, and they are full of antioxidants. They will work so great as a detox, works for inflammation. I know Nikisha Bond uses it as her acid reflux issues that she uses, and of course then at night she's able to sleep like a baby. Let me tell you what's in this that makes it so fantastic. Aloe vera. We know that's a healing element. A maki berry, goji berry, acai, 5-HTP. This works wonders. I'm going to tell you I use it in a weight loss program along with our dietary aid, and people are losing their weight, trimming the fat, and detoxing their body. Next product we have is our Slim by 10, 8 sprays a day. It's a dynamic fat blocker, appetite suppressant. You're going to lose inches, weight. Everything's going to start to just fall off. Spray about 30 minutes before each meal. And this is what's so great about it is the dynamic ingredients. Green coffee extract, green tea extract, Camellia frubiata, Garcinia cambogia, and African mango. The reason that we love this is because we're here in weight loss, 80 pounds in 90 days, 90 pounds in 90 days. That's a big one. So guess what? If you want to start losing that weight for fall and winter months, we've got that spray for you. Last but not least, our Cell Energy. It's got 4 fantastic ingredients. Glutathione, it's a natural occurring antioxidant that our body has, and guess what? We start losing that around the age of 35. So you need that glutathione put back into your system. The only way to do it is through alpha lipoic acid. It's a receptor that will grab it, throw your vitamins back into the cell, and it's going to create and reverse your age in the structure of that cell about to the age of 18. Back to you just for a quick second so I can do a mic check.
Absolutely. Wow. Thank you so much, Melissa. I get so excited. You know, it really is that you get the opportunity every single day to mention something to somebody that can change them. You know, like you mentioned, I have acid reflux, and I've just lived with it for so long. It's just become part of who I am. I didn't really notice I had a problem. Just thought, you know, you eat these foods and this happens to you. But, you know, when I got introduced to the natural oil sprays and I started spraying the Super 10 and the D-Power, all of a sudden I could sleep at night. I wasn't waking up in the middle of the night with acid coming out my throat or having to throw up. I know it's a little gross for you guys, but you know what? It's really changed my life. And so that's the thing that's so exciting about this. But I know that you have a great testimonial that you're going to be bringing on in a few seconds. So you know what I'm going to do? Let me just go ahead and do a mic check with the Brazzles and see if, you know, Dr. Brazzle, Rosie Brazzle, if you guys want to just come on and say just a few short words and maybe share a little bit about your testimony. Melissa's connecting with her testimony right now, so we want to just go ahead and throw in a couple more testimonies. So if you guys could just jump in and give us, you know, just a couple of minutes of how these sprays have changed your life. You guys might have to unmute yourself. Either one, just, you know, just a couple of seconds, give Melissa some time to get her person on and just to let people know a little bit more about your testimony. Okay, well, that's okay. Melissa, have you been able to get your person on the line? Otherwise, I'll just go ahead and do a little bit overview of the comp plan.
Absolutely.
All right, let's get to go.
We're having
back to you, Melissa.
Thank you. This brave young lady is from Thomasville, North Carolina, and she is I think 4 or 5 part of my downline, which I love her to death. Her name is Julie, and she has a precious story. She has a son that was born with autism, and I've been working with her for about 3 weeks now. And, of course, young kids tug at my heart. So the first thing, you want to do when you hear that we've got some limits, been suffering pretty much throughout their life of not being able to function as clearly, as others, you want to do whatever you can for them. So I'm going to bring Miss Julie on. She's going to talk about her son, Mike, and what the sprays have done and changed in his life. And this story is getting ready to knock your socks off. So Julie, if you're out there, go ahead and grab us, get them all on the line, and then we'll just talk back and forth a little bit about what the sprays are doing for you and your son.
Okay, yeah, I do get emotional with this. My son, we've always knew that there was something wrong with him. It took till he had just turned 18 before we was diagnosed with autism. He fell through the cracks of the schools. We've tried every prescription there is out there new. We've even went to the old with the Haldol and the lithium and stuff for the behaviors. And it's been a fight struggle through school. He's never wanted to do any of his schoolwork. He does go to regular school. They did have somebody to follow him around, write his work out for him. And since I started the sprays, and they worked, so I said, well, I don't have nothing else to lose. I'll try them on him. He had quit all of his medicine during the summer, so we were starting out fresh with something. We started doing them. He was getting up. He's been interacting, wanting to talk, trying to tell jokes. And, most autistic kids have no sense of humor. They can't tell whether you're joking, you're serious. They can't read facial expressions. We did go to the doctor, his psychiatrist, and he looked at me and he says, well, okay, Mike, what medicines are you taking? And he says, nothing you write. He says, I've been taking this stuff my mama gives me. It's spray. And the doctor says, oh, okay, well, you're on nose spray. And he says, no, it's not nose spray. And he says, well, okay, well, we'll finish talking, and then I'll talk to your mama about that. And he sat there, and my son's normally rearranging his office, the coffee, putting the coffee in order. And he looked at me. He says, I can't sit here no much longer. He says, what are you giving this youngin'? And so I pulled it all out and started explaining it to him. He said that my son has never sat still in a chair and answered the questions that the doctor asked. So he was so interested in it that I am supposed to go meet with him tomorrow about the sprays. He's wanting to get more information, and that he's actually thinking about using them himself with his family. And so I'm very excited about that. We've also had the schoolhouse to call. They said that my son has went in and started pulling out his own stuff out of his book bag. He's actually started raising his hand to answer questions, and he is taking his own notes. So this has been like a 360 turnaround, and I'm sort of not knowing what to expect next with him. He even cooked grilled cheese sandwiches for us tonight for supper.
That's fantastic, Julie. And I don't know if anybody realizes that children that have autism really digress. So they don't have a lot of social skills. They don't participate because they're fearful of being around others, because just like you said, they can't read facial expressions. They have no idea if, someone is being serious or not. They don't know how to react. And what's happening in it is that he's starting to, I think, what I would say, fit in. Like, these things are happening where his brain is now working with the boost, and it's allowing him to function and work a little bit more independent, which was such a big surprise when you talked to me last week. I was like, woo, because that's what we want. We want them to be free of course, medication. Lithium is really a strong medication to be using, and I understand they do use that for those that are disorderly. But can you imagine, and like you said that, the doctor was ready to write prescriptions, and he's like, no, I'm good with my sprays. And that just shows that he's trying to now, turn a little bit more independent. And goodness gracious, I'm gonna give him my address. I'm ready for a grilled cheese sandwich.
And I'm very surprised. Our little girl does do cheerleading. They have community night at the high school tomorrow night, and he asked me could he go to the game with us tomorrow, the football game.
That's fantastic. So his social
I'm very excited.
His social skills are changing now, where he's wanting to be out there. You said that he had talked to your dad last week, or your dad had noticed some behavioral changes in him. What was it that your dad was talking about?
Dad was talking about because kids with autistic, they get focused on things and they like to ramble. They like to go through your drawers, and they don't know that the difference that you have to ask to take it. So he was just literally, he has always just sort of stuck stuff in his pocket and went. As far as his outbursting, yelling back, he's been more calm. He's learning to talk with his inner voice instead of being loud. You don't want to say they're obnoxious, but they sort of are. But I mean, it's just completely different. It's hard for me to get used to it, but I'm loving it.
So pretty much his subconscious is now reacting to what's going on with, in the general public. That sounds like that. And I think you said his stimming, that's what he was doing. That's the medical term of when they're fidgeting, getting into things. And that's normally the first thing is a sign of anyone that's autistic. And it seems like his stimming is completely almost gone from what I hear. And I think you have no idea, Julie. This is phenomenal due to the fact that he's only been on the sprays, what did you say, 3 weeks? Is that about right?
3 weeks, yeah. I mean, this is my miracle spray, not only with my own life, but with my friends and, other people that I've even sold sprays to just to hear their testimonies that comes back. It's just phenomenal.
Well, that's fantastic. We really appreciate you coming on. I love you being on my team, and I thank you for letting me work with you and your family, because I know that, not only it's going to change Michael's life, but we know that we'll be able to touch more kids as time goes by. Nikisha, you have any words for Miss Julie here on her son Michael? What a brave testimony, and how wonderful to have such great news and such a turnaround. And like she says, 10 sprays, all we're trying to do is change lives, and it looks like we've hit a home run here with this one.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely, Julie. Oh my goodness, your testimony is phenomenal, and it's only been 3 weeks. Congratulations to you and your family. And oh man, that is absolutely, I'm just grinning ear to ear. What else can you say when you hear something like that? It's just changed somebody's life in such a drastic way. And I'm sure that Mike really appreciates his mom stepping out on faith and trying something new. Because, I've not been a big fan of traditional medicine, so I think that's absolutely phenomenal. Great job, great job.
Yes, thank goodness I have doctors that support it, though. If I talk about natural, they were very willing to talk about it and very open. If I hadn't brought it up, they wouldn't have been.
Perfect. That's great. That's wonderful. Well, congratulations to you and your son, and that's such an amazing story. And thank you so much, Melissa, for, going out there and just continuing to introduce the products to people, because you just never know who you might say introduce these sprays to, and it might change their life. So that's absolutely phenomenal. Hey, Melissa, are you ready for the money?
Oh, my gosh. Show me the money.
Yeah, let's get it started. Well, the great thing about what Julie was talking about is that not only does her son have not only does Mike have a life-changing experience with these sprays, but now that when she goes out there and shares these products with people, she can actually get compensated for it. So let me say something. You guys, we do this all the time, right? How many times have you gone to Amazon? In fact, I actually went to Amazon the other day, and I bought, one of those dragon things where you talk into a microphone and it writes it down for you. So I'm looking at all the reviews, of course. I didn't even bother to read what the product did. I just went straight to the reviews, and I looked at the good ones, and I looked at the bad ones, and I made my decision based on the reviews because I kind of knew what the product did. And that's what we do in life. But the great thing about it, the only bad thing about that is that Amazon didn't pay any of those people when I ended up buying the product. They pocketed all that money. But the great thing about this is when you start sharing this product with people, now you can actually get the money for that. Isn't that fantastic? And the first way you can get paid is simply by sharing the sprays and just selling them at a retail cost. So here's the thing. Your cost is about $12 to $15, and you can sell that anywhere between $25, no less than $25, but all the way up to $50. Let me tell you something, guys. These cell energies are flying off the shelf at $50 each pop. That's somebody else, and it changes their life. They'll share it with someone else, and it'll change their life. And when you do that, you're actually going to get paid for every person who comes into the business with you. And so basically, when you get two people, that's all you need. Two people is going to get you lifetime qualified. Oh, my goodness, I get so excited about that. Lifetime qualification just by getting a left and a right. And you're going to get $50 for each one of those people. And then your goal is to help them get their two people. Now, you're not going to go off and build other legs and other, things like that. You're going to just help them get their two people. When you do that, that's going to make you an executive, and you're also going to get $25 for each one of those people, plus an additional $100 for becoming an executive. Now, we have some other bonuses I'm going to save for the end that are actually happening when you repeat that scenario. So the money doesn't just stop there. There's amazing promotions that Team Effort Network is also offering. And now here's where the real wealth comes in. So, like I said, your goal is to get two and to help them to get two. And when you do that, every time you have two people join on one side and four people on the other, that's called a cycle. And you're going to get a cycle bonus of $100 every time you complete that. 4 on one side, 2 on the other. It doesn't matter, left or right. Plus a 50% match. So you're actually going to get $150 for every time 4 and 2 people. Now, let me expand your mind on this. We are a brand new division, but the company has already been established. We're already over 50 countries all over the world. And so we just opened up Japan in September, which is absolutely phenomenal. But imagine if you know someone who knows someone who knows someone who's in Japan. As your organization starts to grow by sharing this help to get to and help to system, you can earn up to $33,000 a week. Yes, I said that. Let that sink in a little bit, because that's a lot of money. And every time I kept saying that, to my mom, who was, one of the first people I enrolled into the business, she's like, oh, $33,000 a month? That's really good. I said, no, a week. She's like, $33,000 a month? I said, a week. A month? A week. So it took her a little while. So just let that sink in. It's a lot of money. And that's what's going to make you really, really wealthy, because, you guys, the system is simple. You heard the testimonies. And the great thing about this is that even if people decide not to grow their business, they'll stay on the sprays long after, because they work and they're producing results every single day. Now, this is a dual-core double binary, which means you get paid on the front end and you also get paid on the back end. What does that mean? So we just talked about how you got paid on when people just join the business. And now you get paid for people who consume the products. And this is the part that gets me really excited, because I'm a business owner. So, we've been business owners, me and my husband, for 10 years. The great thing about it is that you get to own your own time, you get to make your own money. But, there's not really a good retirement plan for traditional business. But the great thing about these sprays is that long after people have stopped working the business, as long as they're consuming the sprays every single month, you can make a really good living, up to $150,000 in passive residual income. What is passive residual income? That's the income that you make where you're off doing whatever it is that you want to do. Hey, let's say that you don't want to be, you don't want to work at your job, but you want to lay on the beach. That's where you can be making your passive residual income. Or let's say you want to be a professional golfer, but you're no good, and you just want to be on the golf course every single day. No problem. You can do that with passive residual income. Let me put it into perspective. Let's say that you had less than 1,000 people in your organization. You can be making $2,500 every single month. Yes, that's $33,000. That's $30,000 a year in passive income, working part-time from your home, sharing products like you would anyway, because they work. Whew. Boy, I get so excited about that, I'm telling you. But here's another one. Not only do you get paid on the front end, not only do you get paid in residual income, but you also get to create a lifestyle. And so one of the great things about this is that for less than 75 people in your organization, 75, you can get a $600 car payment of the BMW, Mercedes, or Tesla, which is brand new, of your choice. And let me tell you something, guys. It has been happening like hotcakes. I think I got a text message the other day that 8 more people are going to be getting their car bonus at the September 27th event that you do not want to miss. And so I can tell you, we just launched in February. That's February. Now it's September. And the first time we had 2 people, then we had 4 people, now we have 8 people. That's how fast this thing is growing. It is just duplicating every single day. Here's another great fact. Let's say that you had 150 people in your organization. That's a $1,200 car payment towards the BMW, Mercedes, or Tesla of your choice. And then after that, you get bonuses. Just becoming a 1-star, you're going to get a $2,000 bonus. You make $2,000 that week, you're going to get $2,000. But here's the great thing. Let's say that you get to be a 10-star. You're going to make $25,000 that week, and you're also going to get $25,000 as a bonus. That's $50,000 in 1 week. You guys, it's so rare that you get a perfect blending opportunity of a product that works and changes people's lives and a compensation plan that's been paying out for the past 11 years. Oh, my goodness, I get so excited. But you know what? Before I go in and before we end this, I want you guys to hear something that's really important because it's not about the money. There's something really sad that's going on. And I want the Brazzles to come on and just tell us a little bit about why this is so important to you and why this is really changing people's life at this particular time. Dr. Reginald Brazzell, have you made it to the line? I know the Brazzles are out there. I heard them do a mic check. Miss Dr. Rosie Brazzell, have you made it to the line?
Yeah, so they're here. They may be having trouble getting on.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I did hear them do a mic check. Just go ahead and let me unmute the lines. Let me see if they're out there real quick.
All participants are now unmuted.
Okay, can you hear us now?
Yeah, I can hear you now. Go ahead, take it away. I hear you now.
Okay, great, thank you. Y'all did an awesome job, and I think we were on the phone, but we couldn't, we were trying to get in, but if everybody else can star 60 lines with the background noise. But you know what I love to talk about, and just hearing some of the testimonies are awesome. I mean, we're talking about autism, we're talking about high blood pressure, we're talking about all types of health issues. And what I like to always lead the call with at the end is financial cancer that we're dealing with right now. And that's the most important thing, one of the most important things, as well as health and wealth, because we're talking about American dream. We're talking about being able to drive that free BMW, that free whatever vehicle that it is that you like to have, the Mercedes, the Teslas. We're talking about believing again. We're talking about knowing and believing. This company, and it's not a Me Too company, the timing couldn't be more so important with this particular product. We don't have any other company out there with the compensation, the products that we have available in this particular program. Now, we're talking about getting rid of financial cancer. There are a lot of people out here that are hurting financially. A lot of people are out here that stop believing, stop dreaming, stop believing that they can have the things that they've always dreamed of. And also setting a goal, which is very important. And I tell you, me and my wife, the years that we've been involved in network marketing, we've experienced things like being able to drive the kind of car that we want to drive, live in the kind of home we want to live in, take vacation trips like we like taking. And I'll leave you with this. Believe in yourself. Trust in yourself. Don't listen to the noisy negatives. And again, hey, set yourself on fire, and I tell you, people will come and watch you burn. Thank you, Nikisha, and thank you, everyone else that was on this call tonight.
Thank you so much, Dr. Bradley. You know what? Your words are just so true because there's a lot of people who are hurting right now. And it's easy. For less than $500, you can start your own, actually less than $400, you can start your own business. And you're not going to be spending $400 just to spend $400. You're actually going to get products so that you can start your business. You can try the products yourself. You can share them with family and friends. Less than $400, and you can see yourself in the next 3 to 8 months in a whole different financial situation, which is totally exciting. But you know what? On top of the compensation plan, I forgot to mention this, we have a bonus that's going on. So let's say that you join today because you're going to get back to the person who invited you to this call. You're going to say, sign me up. I'm ready to do it. And since success loves speed, let me tell you what's going to happen if you go ahead and get 2 or 3 business partners. And we get 3 new business partners, you can earn an additional $150 in addition to the regular bonuses. But even before that, let's say that you get your 3 people in, you help them to get 2 and help them to get 2. You make all 3 of those people executives, you can get $500 for each. You know, we're talking about an extra $1,650 that you could be earning on top of all the other ways that you can get paid in this compensation plan. So what do you need to do? You need to get back to the person who invited you to this call. You need to say, sign me up. I'm ready to get out of this rut that I've been in. You also need to make sure that you're on the call at 6 p.m. Get your friends and family on the call at 6 p.m. That's happening tonight. If you can't make it, we have daily calls starting at 8 a.m. Pacific Standard Time and 11 a.m. Eastern Time. We also have another call happening on Monday at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 9 p.m. Eastern Time. Whatever it is, go out there and share the word, because you never know who you're going to be meeting and running into who has been looking for a great financial opportunity or looking for some products that are literally going to change their life. So I hope that you guys have really enjoyed this. I've enjoyed bringing this to you. Thank you so much, Miss Melissa Honeybee, for your exemplary explanation of these products. Thank you, Julie, and congratulations to your son, Mike, on your awesome testimony. And thank you, Dr. Brazel, for your encouraging words. We really appreciate them. Okay, guys, this call is officially over. Thanks so much, and go out there and join the NBA Never Broke Again Club.
There you go. Amen. All right. Woo! Woo!
The conference will automatically end in 60 seconds.